I talk a lot about the stock market being a casino, the stock market being a fraud. And many people like to talk about the stock market being the bastion of capitalism, which it is. But if the stock market is the bastion of capitalism, if it is the instrument of capitalism, and it is proven to be a casino. It is proven to be nothing more than a gambling machine where the people who know how to operate it, while there are good times that make a lot of money, then it's great for those people. And then they create these instruments that are designed to enrich a few by making money off of money. In other words, not making money off of producing anything. And then we call it a stock market built on the facade of other corporations, etc. It's a big fraud. And if you want to see it perfectly, check this out, and then we'll take it on the other side.
Wall Street, meantime, buzzing about a jaw-dropping new bet by the investor who famously predicted the 2008 collapse of the housing market. CNBC's Dom Chu joins us now for CNBC on MSNBC. His name's Michael Burry. For folks who don't remember, he got famous for The Big Short. Now he's at it again. What can you tell us?
So, Chris, it's not exactly a vote of confidence on where the stock market is headed, but it's not entirely clear just how negative he is on the future direction of the markets. Now, Burry has been highly followed as an investor in the markets ever since his prediction about the collapse of that subprime mortgage market, by the way, that ultimately led to the biggest financial crisis in America back in 08 and 07, 08, 09 since the Great Depression, but also because of the vast amount of money he made betting on that downturn. So when a person like that, who called the last major financial meltdown, is calling for another one, folks pay attention. So this is according to regulatory filings that they have to be made by America's biggest investors. Burry bought financial instruments that make money if the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 fall in value. Now, it's unclear what those so-called put options are valued at currently or what he actually paid for them in the first place, but the notional value of the combined negative bets covers a jaw-dropping $1.6 billion in market exposure. Now, what he actually paid for that exposure could be considerably less than that. What's interesting, though, about this, beyond just that eye-grabbing headline number, that this particular disclosure talks about the bet, and it was placed, and it was at the end of June. It is not clear whether that bet is still ongoing or whether he closed it out already at a profit or a potential loss. This also is a bet that doesn't necessarily need the market, Chris, to crash precipitously for it to make money. It gives the trader the option to sell it at some time down the line, even with just a modest pullback in markets. So a $1.6 billion bet, so to speak, is catching numbers, but it's unclear whether or not he's actually going to wait for a massive drop in the stock market to profit fully, Chris.
But Wall Street and a lot of the rest of us will be watching.
Now, when somebody can make a bet, this guy is making a bet that the stock market is going to fall, that it's going to crash, meaning the retirement accounts that are invested in these instruments, they're all going to fall. But guess what? There's an instrument created by a guy who has capital, by a guy who has money, who can take advantage of all of your monies crashing, on your retirement crashing, on your savings crashing. And he is going to make billions of dollars based on that bet. He's going to produce no product. He's going to produce no service. He's just going to look at the casino, the stock market, the bastion of capitalism, and say, oh, it's going to go down because you guys have had a hell of a rise for absolutely no reason. As it falls, I'm going to profit. Stock market 101. It is a fraud. As Bernie Sanders would say, it's a business model based on fraud. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.